Mic test. Okay. Nice. We have a mic. Hey Citra, welcome in. How are you doing today? You doing good? Tell me what's going on. How can I help you? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Me too. You're most welcome. It's been such a crazy day for me. So crazy. Want to get a message. Cool. Yeah, so I was up so early this morning and I've just been like, I only just got home now. I left here at like 5:30 in the morning. Went to deliver chicken to the city dwelling folk. Okay, let's see. Message for Citra. Knight of Discs in reverse. Okay. So I feel like this card is talking about losing a job or not getting recognition at work, or not getting a bonus, or getting pay cuts, or so imagine I'm going to work, right, and I'm delivering chicken and I don't know, I do something stupid, like I leave the fridge door open and all the meat goes bad, then that's gonna come out of my paycheck. They're gonna make me pay for the chicken that I lost. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting from this card. It's like you've lost out on some value that you were supposed to get. And the card is saying to me that your mind is like fixating on the loss. You're like wishing it was otherwise. So in my example with the chicken, and then me being like, oh, how could this happen? I wish it didn't happen. Can't I go back in time? And getting myself really worked up, wishing it could be a different way. So the message that this card has for you is to accept whatever misfortune you're experiencing. Whatever this loss is, to accept it. And be like, it's okay. It's fine if I made this mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. It'll be okay. Yeah, the only other part of the message I'm getting for you is that this is a change to bring you closer to things that are actually aligned for you. Like whatever you were doing, that now there's a loss revolving around that wasn't aligned. So that's falling away so that new, better things can open up for you. And that's the message I'm getting. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your feedback. And letting me know how it impacted you. A lot of people, they come and they get a reading and then they just zip, they leave the stream. They don't say a word. And that's fine. Like, they don't owe me a response, but it's nice to get a response, to hear how that impacted you. So thanks. You're very sweet, thank you. Again. Yes, I do. Not all the time. Like sometimes. Yeah, very, very rarely. Because mostly I don't need the tarot cards. I don't need this deck to receive answers or messages. I don't need any of the tools. So if I've got a question, I usually just ask my spirit and then I know the answer to it. I don't have to get a card. But sometimes I feel really stuck. Sometimes I hear the message from the spirit and I don't like it and I don't want to accept it. So then I get the cards and I read and the cards tell me exactly the same thing. Welcome in, Sijal. Sijal Yadav, welcome in. How are you doing? What can I do for you today? Mr. Subin, welcome in. And that's awesome, Sisitra. Sometimes it's frustrating, but yeah. It's a card for Mr. Subin. Glad to hear you're doing good, Sijal. Message for Mr. Subin. Number 8. This is a nice card. I like to see this card. It's adjustment. So this card, adjustment, is saying, it's like recommending you, not recommending, commending you. It's saying, well done, Mr. Subin, well done. You are becoming the person that you need to be. You're making the changes, you're doing the thing. Like you've got an idea of who you want to be and what you want to accomplish with your life, and you understand that it's going to require changes and it's going to require commitment, and so you're making those changes and you're making those commitments, and you're bringing yourself into the new. You're bringing yourself into that reality that you want to manifest, and that is Aether Way. Nice card. I love it. It has a little bit of advice for you. It says, like, embrace new healthy habits. Like, I know in your last reading we were talking about the new habits that you were embracing. I don't know if it was exercise or if it was diet or something like that. But yeah, this card is saying, take up new constructive habits like music, singing, dancing, exercising, you know, something that's healthy. Take up a new healthy habit. Sijal says, you say, how's you? I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. And how will my long distance relationship work with Ayush? Okay, let's see what we can get from the cards. Number 7. Okay, trying to get the camera to focus. It's a 7 of Swords, and thank you for the compliment. Okay, so 7 of Swords. This is kind of saying to me that there's more than one option that you've got here on your list. Like, Ayash is not the only one that you're trying to develop a long distance relationship with. There's others. You got little guys on the side as well. That's what I'm getting from this card. So what this card says to me is that you've got to choose. Like, are you going to focus on developing a relationship with Ayush, or are you going to focus on developing a relationship with one of the other people that you are communicating with? It's basically saying that whoever you choose, it's up to you. It's up to you if that relationship is going to work. And you've got to choose and you've got to commit. It's not going to be by chance. The future isn't solid. Whoever you choose is who you choose. Like, how can I put this into better words? Like, if you want to have a good relationship with Ayush, you have to choose that. You have to choose to be healthy and constructive and do the work, the inner work, the shadow work, and take responsibility for your issues. And if you don't choose Ayush and you choose someone else, it's the same. You're gonna have to choose to make that relationship work. If it's gonna be a good relationship, that's your choice. If it's gonna be a bad relationship, that's your choice. Does this card show that he'll be keeping options? Maybe. I feel like it's talking about you though, Sajal. I feel like it's saying that you are keeping options open. But the truth is, you know, if you have options, then he does too. That's usually how it works. If I am gossiping about people, people are gossiping about me. If I am cheating on my partner's probably cheating on me. That's how it works. Actually, I'm confused. So, let me put it this way. When I was young, I used to chat with a lot of girls on the internet. I used to chat with them all and make them all think that there was the potential to have a relationship. So, yeah, so he's probably got something like that going on. You've probably got something like that going on. And you say you're feeling anxious about whether it will work or not. That card said to me that you have to choose to make it work. Like, if you are going to commit 100%, then it will work. If you are going to look for excuses to blame him and accuse him, then it's not going to work. But hey, thanks for joining us today, and please give the video a like, and the channel, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. It'll help me. And yeah, see you soon. You're welcome to stick around if you prefer. If you want to hear other people's readings and stuff, you're welcome to stick around. Today I'm streaming much earlier than I usually do on a Friday. I usually start streaming way earlier. I mean way later, like 2 hours, 3 hours later. That's my usual time slot. But today that's not going to work out for me, so, you know, being flexible. Somebody messaged me on Messenger. Oh, it's a reading for me. A private reading for me. I'm gonna read it out loud. 7358, you are someone who cares about justice in the world. You love to see and plan in how others react. so you can make a good plan or choices to let them learn how they can either be a better person or improve their lives. Interesting. To you, you believe there is nothing that is impossible. With hard work and the daring to dream, you believe everyone should be a better version of themselves. You are kind of like a teacher, and you're progressive. You feel it's your duty to educate those around you, and you certainly know how to trigger others and lead them to believe in themselves. Damn, bro, you are gifted. Trust yourself more, bro. I want to know what's this guy's PayPal so I can send him a tip. I'm gonna ask him. Send your PayPal me, bro. Send your PayPal me so I can tip. The year is going away so fast, hey guys? Like we're gonna be in the new year in no time. A new season. A new financial experience. A new rotation around the sun. Around this little star that our beloved star that we depend on so badly, so grossly. Without the sun we wouldn't be here, we would just be like floating around randomly in space with no life, just a bare, barren planet. A barren little speck of dirt. Hey Petra, welcome in. Snap, I was so planning to take a video today of the baby chickens, but I fucking forgot. Next week Friday. How you doing though? I wanted to make like a 7-second video so you can hear how deafening they are. Because then I can try and speak, but you can't hear me say shit because they're like a cacophony. some profile information is going away soon. You can access or download your info at any time before it's removed on the 1st of December. What are you removing? Political views and religious views. Well done, Facebook. Well fucking done. My religious views and political views currently stand as NA, not announced. Or none. So, that doesn't affect me at all. But that's a great move. It's fucking fantastic. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How about you? Hope you're doing good. This day has been like crazy powerful. Everything just like flowing smoothly since 3:30 this morning, just flowing smoothly. But it's like more a psychological and a spiritual thing, because there were hiccups, there were obstacles and shit along the way, and there were moments where I had to like sit and wait for someone. Twice I was sitting waiting for people who should have been there when I got there. But hey, like, I felt like it was all in flow. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't wait for people, I could have been home by like 9:30. Instead, I was home by like 10:30. But that's not bad. And then now we're here. So just like in and out, in from one thing into the next thing, out of one thing into the next thing. That's what I mean to say. And when I come out of here, I'll probably go and bake some bread. And then I've got to buy again. I'm gonna go again, out again, on another adventure. But I gather that things are not feeling as, they're not all in so much of a flow for you at the moment. I think the next move that Facebook could make is like to remove notifications about reactions. Because like my feed is flooded with the notifications of so and so reacted to your comment, so and so liked your post. You're not doing so good today. Shame. I'm sorry to hear that. Does it feel oppressive, like from the outside, or is it something inside that's just not like slotting properly? Lately it feels like a freaking movie, and a low budget one. Ish, okay, I see. So words that are coming to me is like unfulfilling. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it, like unfulfilling. Maybe even stressful. And unnecessary, that's one. Unnecessary. so much unnecessary turmoil. Like, it doesn't need to be this hard. It doesn't need to be this uphill. Like, come on, guys, the directors, you guys could have made a more interesting, relatable conflict, right? Permission to send you Reiki energy. Permission to draw a card for you and send you Reiki energy. Okay. 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 Okay, so I've got a Knight of Discs in reverse here. This is talking to me about like a sense of loss. Like, I had this card come up earlier for someone else in the stream, and like I gave an example. I was like, okay, let's say that I'm doing deliveries of meat, and I do something stupid like leave the fridge door open and the meat goes bad. Now that's gonna be cut out of my pay. I'm gonna have to take the fall for the damage to the meat, the loss of property. And then I fixate on it, and I'd be like, I wish it wouldn't be this way. I speak hatefully to myself, like I tell myself, you're a fucking idiot, or how could you fucking make this mistake? Look at how much ruin you've brought into your own life and into the company that you work for, and all these opportunities that you've just shut on yourself. Yeah, fixating on it and it being like clinging to an alternative reality where that mistake didn't happen, and making myself feel really bleak and miserable. And the message that comes through with this card is acceptance, and being like, it's actually fine, it's okay, I made a mistake, I'm now having to endure the consequences of that mistake, but it's actually okay, and it's actually gonna be okay. And these opportunities or these circumstances that have been shut down by this mistake, that passes on, but there will be more opportunities. There will be new things that open up on the horizon, things that are probably even more aligned with who I am and what is authentic to me. So the core message from this card is acceptance, is to accept that a mistake has been made, that a loss has occurred, accepting it, and then opening yourself up to whatever new possibilities present themselves. Okay, I'm gonna fetch my Reiki fetish stone. The enchantment is Bara Viko Netem Jota. Speak it out loud, please. It's permission to receive Reiki energy through my systems, through my enchantments and shit. So this is it. So that enchantment I just gave you, Bara Viko Netem Jota, that's the sigil of that enchantment. And basically it is just to connect you to this fetish, so that whatever I project to this fetish now, whatever energy I channel towards it, gets channeled to you as well. And anyone else who is saying the enchantment and opening themselves up to receive. Acceptance and self-forgiveness, beautiful. So what I'm doing now is I'm like going into a space of compassion and love. So I will go into memories where I could feel love for someone or from someone, where I knew without a doubt that I was experiencing compassion and presence, and vice versa. It's like if I wanna hurt someone with magic, right, then I'm going to indulge in things like hatred and fear and rage. But if I want to heal someone, right, I'm going to indulge in love and compassion and gentleness. Because the emotion is energy. It's like raw energy, like electricity. And then energy flows where our focus is. So the energy that you're summoning, the emotion, wherever your focus is, that's where the energy will flow. So you and this fetish are now the object of my focus. There's a million failures awaiting trial. I hear the sound of a follower or of a donation or something like that. Thanks. Thank you, whoever it is. Kitsune Readings, welcome in. And Two Fishes Tarot, welcome in. Kitsune Readings, that's so cool. You changed your name from Wolfkit to Readings. That's so cool. Or is it a separate channel? Oh, did I get raided? Is that what it was about? Kitsune Readings dropping off some viewers in my chat. Whoop! Whoop! Thank you. Thank you so much. Peace and love to you, friend. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Please don't carry away my sheep. I'm gonna see if I can check my events list quickly. So, I don't know if you guys, the Raiders, heard what this is, but that's my Reiki fetish. That's my healing fetish. I use it for healing, but it could be used for all kinds of things. Basically, it represents you as the viewer, but you have to give permission, like, you have to link yourself to it. It's not automatically linked to it. There's an enchantment that corresponds with this image that's carved in the stone. Para, Piko, Net M Jota. So you speak that out loud, and then this will then become a representative of you. And whatever energy I project to this fetish, you will receive simultaneously. As many people as who are prepared to give permission will receive simultaneously. Well, that's the metaphysics behind it. It's like voodoo fetish crafting, basically. It's like applying voodoo theory to healing techniques. Like, the idea behind voodoo is that you got a symbol of your target, and then whatever you do to the symbol affects the target too. Same principle, except in this case you have to give permission to link yourself to the fetish, right? And then if you want a reading, Two Fish Tarot, or any of you guys, raiders, if you want a reading, all you gotta do is just like let me know. Just gotta let me know. Just gotta give some kind of indication that you want one, a reading that is, and then I'll give a free one card reading. That's how we do it. We can dive deeper for those who are prepared to give and take. You know, if you're prepared to send some energy, you can receive some energy. Or I'm here to give energy regardless. It's like an unconditional flow. It's like a river. But if you want more, then you gotta give something. If you want to be like singled out and get more than the average viewer, then you gotta send something to keep the balance. Is the connection a one-way thing, or can you feel what the other person's energy is? That's interesting. I feel like any time that I choose to focus on someone, I can feel like fragments of their energy. Sometimes I can become caught up in it. I can lose sight of the line between my experience and someone else's experience. I can become completely wrapped up in someone else's misery and like for the rest of the day be completely miserable. If I'm not being conscious or aware. But like, I haven't noticed this having that effect specifically. It's more like me being, it's like a lack of mental discipline. If I'm connecting to people and not closing up afterwards, and not paying attention, allowing my thoughts to wander. Yeah. So like, as I was saying earlier, energy flows where the focus is. So if I'm allowing my thoughts to bounce around all over the place and there's like no consistent flow of energy, and yeah, it's in moments like that that I become susceptible. Can end up getting wrapped up in someone else's strong emotional current. So this craft is experimental. I've been using it for a few months on this channel to provide remote healing, and it seems to work. It seems to have an effect, but I don't really get much feedback. My clients and my viewers very seldomly give me any kind of valuable feedback. That's possible. There was like a whole page full of programming and shit that went into that sigil. I don't really remember it, because you know we fire and forget with our sigils, right? But it was the core of its programming was to connect, was to become like a representative, a quantum representation of the viewer, regardless of who that viewer is. As long as they had given permission, if they speak the enchantment out loud, then they become quantumly entangled with this. So the way quantum entanglement works is if two quantum particles are formed at the same time, then anything that happens to one happens to the other, regardless of the distance between them. So the primary function of this sigil and this fetish was to create a quantum entanglement between the one who is seeing the stone through the camera and speaking the enchantment. So that whatever happens to the stone, whatever energies get directed there. Yeah. And like a lot of people talk about how quantum theory is just theory or whatever. Thank you so much for the follow. But in the case of quantum entanglement, it has been verified through experiments. We've done, China has done some teleportation experiments where I don't know how they created quantum entangled particles of light, but they were able to create quantumly entangled laser beams, and then they were able to attach information to laser beams here on Earth, and then that information appeared in the light particles in a similar laser beam in a satellite orbiting the planet. So the quantum entanglement was verifiable in that way. You say it felt good but intense. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I have a piece of valuable feedback that I have received from a viewer is he came into the stream while I was in the middle of doing this, working with the fetish, and he said that his ears started ringing and he felt lightheaded and dizzy, and the room started to spin and he had to close the stream, he had to exit, he couldn't stick around. I got that feedback because he came back into the chat. So he left and he came back about an hour later and then explained what had happened. Hey Guy Crimson, and welcome in Divine Consciousness. Sorry that I missed your message. I did see it, but didn't really acknowledge it because I was chatting. Welcome in Kavita, how you doing? Of course Guy, of course you can have a reading. And Kavita also wants one of those readings. Sweet. Sweet. Taking the Reiki fetish off the screen, out of the river, out of the stream of running water. No worries. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Divine Consciousness. You hear that, guys? Guy, Crimson, and Kavita? Hit the follow button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Like the video. Share it if you are feeling generous. Much appreciated. So here comes Guy's reading. Guy, if you have a question, you can ask it at any time and I will factor it in. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and just read intuitively. Six of Swords in reverse. So that's your card, guy. So this is about like intellectual partnership. Thank you so much, Kavita. Thank you. Yeah, the Six of Swords is about like intellectual partnership. So let's say that I have an idea, right? And I want to... This idea is like a lifestyle I want to create, but I understand I'm going to have to learn certain things and research certain things before I can step into that and like manifest that idea. So then I start interacting with other people who are already doing that thing, so that I can learn from them, so I can witness their example and overcome my limitations, maybe get access to their learning materials and resources, etc. Like a study group kind of vibe. But this card is in reverse here, so that indicates to me like feeling inadequate. So going ahead and then looking at these people that I'm connecting with and being like, oh my god, that guy is so highly educated, I could never succeed here because I can't compare to that. Feeling intimidated and inadequate when faced with the person you're supposed to learn from. So in this case, with the Six of Swords, this kind of energy, you are not just there to learn from the other people, they are also there to learn from you. You have a piece of the puzzle, you have knowledge, you have experiences that they don't have, and vice versa. So in this situation, you help them evolve, they help you evolve. You both overcome your previous limitations. So if you're feeling intimidated or small or inadequate or whatever, chances are the people that you're interacting with are feeling the same way looking at you for different reasons. And I guess the core lesson of this card is just to embrace it. It's to embrace the fact that you need to learn from this person and that they can learn from you as well, regardless of how you feel about it. To embrace it and just go ahead and like follow their example and apply the knowledge that you're learning from them, applying their example. So Kavita, that reading was for Guy Crimson. The next card will be yours. Let me know how you feel, Guy. Let me know how that reading makes you feel. Does it hit home? And Petra says, I feel the urge to do the same sigil, not sure where yet. Well, that would be fantastic, you know, if you turn it into an egregore. That would be fucking cool. When it like stops being a servitor and an executable program and like becomes its own conscious entity, because like multiple people have created and used the same spell. That would be fucking cool. Give it some new programming, some new purpose, so it can do more than just linking and quantum entanglement. Okay, Kavita, here's your card. Saroha, that's a cool name. I'm glad to hear that, Guy. I'm glad to hear that the card was logical and applicable, that you found it to be sensible. Okay, so here I've got a Two of Wands. This is Kavita's reading. The Two of Wands is in reverse. Okay, so 2 is about opportunities, it's about potential. 1 is about your desires and your passions. So this card is saying to me that there are a lot, or have been recently and in the present, there have been and are a lot of opportunities for you to express your passions and to follow your passions and do the things that you desire to do and become the person that you desire to be. And a lot of the time you're missing out on these opportunities. You, I don't know, neglect to claim it, it looks like too much effort, maybe too good to be true, maybe you don't recognize it as a valid opportunity, or maybe you do, and you claim it. But this card is in reverse, so this is indicating to me that even when you do claim an opportunity, even when you're like, I'm gonna grab that job interview and you go and do it, the reverse card indicates a lack of commitment to me. So like you grab the opportunity, but then don't necessarily commit to it and see it through to the end. So you miss out on the value that it actually had to give. It's like planting a seed. You like germinate it, it sprouts, and then you stop watering it. You stop caring for it. You stop committing to it, and then it shrivels up and dies. If you commit to it, it will eventually grow into a fruit tree you can harvest from. Does that make sense? And you're welcome, Guy, by the way. And you're welcome, Kavita. I'm sure that I can feel your gratitude. No stress, no problem. Thank you. Thank you for your support and your view. And you too, and have a nice weekend, because like we're at the end of the week, right? It is the weekend, baby. People share interesting memes. And by the way, I also felt dizzy or like knocked out. Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, I know what that feeling feels like. I understand what you're referring to. But like, that's an unexpected effect. Interesting. But it felt good because I was so anxious that I needed to calm down no matter how. So I like concussed you. The bolt of Reiki energy. Hectic. Thank you for the feedback. It's very valuable. I enjoy your presence and the cut of your jib. Yeah. But I must depart. I wish you well. All the love and gratitude to you. Thank you for your recognition and your participation and your follow and all that jazz and your jib. Cheers. We'll see you on Sunday or whenever. Enjoy your weekend. Love and gratitude to you. Peace, love, and gratitude. Can I do the sigil too, or should I modify it? It's up to you. Like, go with your intuition. If you want to replicate it identically, I mean, that's impossible. It's a little impossible to replicate something identically. There will be some minor difference. So it's up to you if you want to try and make it as similar as possible, or if you want to make some modifications. It's up to you. I'm just putting it on the screen so you can see it. I have another similar one that I created long ago. It has like little symbols to represent the energy centers, the chakras through the body, and I leave it on my altar. It like represents me in my most balanced and ideal state. It's like my ideal image. And ideally I represent things like productivity and reliability, dependability, trust, self-trust. And then, so that would be the fundamental energy sphere, the most basic root chakra, and then creative energy center, and that would be things like creativity and acceptance and sensuality, connection. And then the next one being things like grace and strength and subtlety, will, and then the next one being compassion, forgiveness, understanding, patience, and then the next one being honesty and tact and expression, just authentic expression, authenticity, and then clarity, discernment, understanding, wisdom, just observation, just like, in addition to things like wisdom and clarity, also things like observantness, being observant and perceptive. And then finally, liberation, liberation from the opposites. The opposite of self-trust is self-doubt and fear, and the opposite of acceptance is, I don't even know. The opposite of gracefulness, pride. The opposite of compassion, resentment. The opposite of authentic expression, deceitfulness, self-deception, and so on. Thank you so much. I just realized that 99% of my sigils are circled and this one is open. Yeah. This one is open. So like every day I write a part of my daily practice. I'll wake up early in the morning, 333, and then I will take out a page and I'll write on it things that make the day worth it for me. Like, why the fuck do I even try? What would I like to do today or manifest today that would make it worth it for me? Whether or not those things actually come in, like the determination to try and make it happen is enough, I guess. It feels like enough, feels like a motivation. So then I make a little sigil intuitively. I don't like make it out of any words or sentences. I just draw like a mark and I circle that. When I'm finished with it, I circle it. And that, like, then for me it is to say this is now closed. This energy is now contained. I have expressed fully what I want. I want to charge it now. I want to manifest it now. So when I created this enchanted fetish, it was in the center of a transmutation circle. So it was in a circle. Two triangles inside each other like a hexagram. And the stone was in the center. So like I feel it still is, because with 7 energy centers there's actually 6. The crown is all the others in union. So hexagonal being, we are hexagonal beings. Our energy bodies are like hexagonal. So it still is encircled inside the hexagram, energetically speaking. Technically. Just because I rubbed out the chalk doesn't mean it's gone. Okay, so I'm just thinking about the circle or no circle in my own crafts, and I feel like there's an adequate balance. There's a pretty adequate balance between what I do circle and what I don't circle. And what I do circle, it's usually to represent that this energy is within its own container. So I don't want it to spill over, affect people unintentionally. The circle is like it's like a barrier. So my vortex of intense energy, like you described, the feeling is intense, and if I'm busy with ritual, it could easily start affecting the people around me. So like, my circles are barriers to protect the people around me from the energy that I'm summoning. And then the symbols that I leave open, they are not closed, they're open. They're open for people to work with, they're open for people to interact with, they're open for the consciousness of the sigil itself, of the servitor, to interact with people at its own whim. There's no boundary, there's no enclosure. It's open source, basically. Thank you so much. Oh wait, we read that one already. The stone looks like a heart for me, and I feel it serves as protection too. Serving as protection. That's really interesting. I like that it forms as a heart to you, because it's meant to channel heart energy. Like I was describing, when I want to perform healing, then I will summon up heart energy, compassion, love, forgiveness, those sorts of frequencies. So I love that you see it as a heart. I love that. And it's really interesting, this idea of it serving as protection too. I don't see why not. I don't see why you couldn't draw this or speak the enchantment with the intention of providing protection for yourself or someone else. I'm sure that it would be adequate, more than adequate. This little guy does protection. A gamer's journey. Welcome in. Hey, hey. What's up, bro? How you doing? How's the journey going? Like, he's not specifically enchanted with protection, but like all symbols of owls, that's a symbol of protection, if you ask me. Oh, a gamer's journey is now following House Kier, um, the home of modern arts. Fantastic, thank you, dude. Thank you for the follow. Well, I've started a different journey now, so yeah. What is that journey into mysticism and art? Be interesting. Interesting to know, interesting to hear. Tarot, fantastic. You're gonna try it out? Good luck. It's not a big deal to read tarot and to tap into your own intuition and learn divination techniques and magic and shit. That's something that anybody can do and practice and get better at. What I mean by good luck is that the audience for mystical content on the internet is like so small. So small. Well, I've been doing tarot for 3 months now, and I've got oracle cards and a pendulum and mediumship cards. Fuck yeah! In my wild guess, it can do the opposite of how you use it. Yes, it can definitely. You know, as we established, its purpose is to create a quantum entanglement. It could very much be used as a voodoo doll to inflict pain and suffering. I'm sure that I made some kind of clause in the programming, like stating that it's not supposed to be used for that purpose, but like, it could be. So a gamer's journey from one who has been reading tarot for 4 years to one who has been doing it for 4 months. Yeah, I just want to say that the magic is in you. Just want to say that, bro. The magic is in you, not in the cards, not in the oracle, not in the pendulum. It's in you. The cards are tools. It's a way to bounce your own reflection at yourself, bounce your own consciousness off of something. At a certain point, you don't need it anymore. Like the tarot deck, it's like a training ground. It's like a training ground where your intuition can develop and flourish. At a certain point, your intuition is bigger than that container. I'm starting to develop clairsentience and I need to trust my intuition more, to be honest. Yes, please. Please do that. Please trust your intuition more. Please let me do a reading for you, a gamer's journey. Let me just like pull one card out of this deck for you so you can see how I do tarot readings. Want to know a nature fact? Yes, I definitely want to know a nature fact. Petra says, I mean to deflect. Can't put it into words yet. The feeling about it is new. Interesting, interesting. Well, that is interesting. To deflect. Oh shit, like as if this could be a fake target. Like if someone was trying to send you baneful, hateful magic, then this would absorb it. Rather than it hitting me. Fucking hell. That's how they... I was talking about an alternative version of this that I keep in my altar. That one does function that way. Did you know that if you speak kindly to a dead plant, the plant will be born again? Holy fuck! So I definitely know about how the emotion affects everything, and that you can potentially do the impossible with your emotions, better or worse. You could destroy something or give it life with your emotion, depending on whether it's destructive or constructive emotion. There are a lot of people who would disagree with me on that and try to debate it, but like it's not up for debate because I've seen the results in practice, so they can debate until they go blue in the face. But thank you for that. I didn't know. I didn't know about like rebirthing them, but I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Yes, something like this, or to just send it back. Just imagine being optimistic to a dead tree. Don't you do that? I do that all the time. Where I like pat the dead tree and be like, hey buddy, I see you. You're not going to be here much longer, are you? You're probably going to fall down this coming autumn. Once upon a time you were flourishing, full of green leaves. Now you're dead, a hazard to the health of the people and buildings around you. But it's all good. It's all good. You've served your purpose. You're still a monument and a landmark. I talk to the dead trees and the living ones, don't you? I talk to dead people too, but not. I don't talk to their corpses. I have, like, when it's someone that you're close to has passed away and you're like there with their body and you say a few words of goodbye or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna pull your card for you and then I'll address those questions. Let's see. So that's the Chariot. Very interesting. So is it worth doing lives on Twitch? Is it worth doing lives on Twitch? So I've been doing live streaming on Twitch for 15 months and I've got 167 followers. So no, it's actually not. It's not worth live streaming on Twitch. It's not worth affiliating with Twitch. Yeah, if you affiliate with Twitch, they take away all your rights. You have no rights to your content if you affiliate. They take 50% of everything that you make, ads and subs, they take 50%, and they maintain the rights to your live stream. So you cannot broadcast to multiple platforms at once. So, yeah, to be honest, I don't actually like Twitch. The only thing about Twitch that I like is the raiding feature. Yeah. So the number 7, the Chariot card, this is about making your decision. It's about choosing your destination. So, just give me a sec. I don't have them. Okay, then what does that say? It says Peplik. Peplik, welcome in and thanks for the follow. Okay, let me put my chat box smaller so I can see my notifications at the same time. That's better. Okay. Clear vision of your destination, that's where we were. So it's like you're in a corridor and there are all these doors that come off of the corridor, and each of these doors is a possible future, a possible outcome. You're in the corridor, you haven't chosen any of these outcomes, any of these possibilities. And as long as you don't choose, none of these outcomes will manifest. None of these futures become your reality. None of them collapse into your present. You're in the corridor in between worlds. Only when you choose what you're going to do, like when you go through one of those doors, you go through it and you step into that possible future. It takes a while to manifest. It's a journey, like your name's it's a journey, just like your name states. Sorry about that. Here's a better link. Here's another analogy. You're swimming across a lake and you get halfway and you're like, this is too tiring, I'm gonna go back. You swim all the way back. So now you've covered the entire distance of the lake, but you've only managed to get halfway. Yeah, so this card is asking you to choose which future you want to create, what outcome you're going to create, and then commit to it. It's saying to me that for a long time you choose one thing and then you switch to another thing. So you're swimming halfway across the lake and then going back, and keep doing this, never actually getting across the lake because you always turn back. So this card is now asking you to choose with certainty and commit. commit to crossing that lake. Thank you for joining. I did hear the notification, the bloop. Someone entering a gamer's journey slid into the server. We hope you brought pizza. Spiritual Sensei just showed up. Thanks for joining our Discord family. Spiritual Sensei. Do I have TikTok? No. No, I'm not on TikTok. Maybe I should be. A lot of people succeed at TikTok. A lot of people suggested it to me. But I just do the TikTok style videos on Instagram and YouTube. Pepe Leak says, I just moved from YouTube to here. Do you mean like you used to stream or make content on YouTube and now you do it on Twitch? Or do you mean that you were watching me on YouTube and now you're watching me on Twitch? Oh, I see. Okay. What was your username on YouTube? Pepe Leak? I should use TikTok? We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I see. Fantastic. You are PIV. So it's IV, P4. Okay. Nice. Nice to know. Any tips for manifestation? Yes, I've got a fuck ton of tips for manifestation. What's the most important thing? Communication is the most important thing. So if you've got an idea in your mind that you want to manifest, giving it a physical form is the most important thing. Writing it down, drawing it, speaking it out loud in the company of others where someone else can see or hear what you're saying or what you have to express. Even if it's just like a little mark that you made on a wall somewhere where people can see it. Important to give your idea physical form in a place where others will receive it, where that idea can move into other people's minds. Very important. What else is really important for manifestation? Non-attachment. Letting go of attachment. Like, it's very important that we visualize the outcome, like we see with the Chariot card, to clearly understand what our destination is, but then to let go of that outcome. To say, I actually don't need it to look this way. This is how I imagine it, but I am open to receive it in whatever form it comes to me. I don't need it to look this way that I'm imagining. Because if you need it to look that way, you will miss it when it comes. Because it never comes exactly the way that we're expecting. And then there's one more thing that's coming to me, and that is physical stuff takes long to manifest. Physical stuff takes long to manifest. But if I manifest something like respect, recognition, instant, forgiveness, instant, physical things like I want $100 or I want a computer or I want a cell phone takes a good few months. Now, on the note of followers, manifesting followers and growth on your channel, I have not had a lot of success with that. But my most successful techniques is going live like this and then sitting here and reaching out, like sending tendrils of energy, reaching out as if I'm like scanning the globe for like-minded people and attaching strings to them and pulling them into the channel. That has been effective. Like immediately people come in and they stick around. They become like supporters of the channel. Even if it's only one or two, like they become regular viewers, regular supporters. I see you say you want to get like 1K followers on TikTok so you can do lives before Christmas to do tarot readings. I want to pursue my goal. For the initial reason I started doing divination. Yes, I know that you need 1K followers to go live on TikTok. Okay, so I don't know exactly how it works on TikTok, but on YouTube, if I post a reel, if I post a 60-second short, typically it's going to do good. If I post it on a weekend, it's going to get like 3K views or so, and it's going to create 5 to 10 new subscribers. It's going to attract 5 to 10 new subscribers for me. If I spam it, if I like posting multiple little short videos per day, that number dramatically reduces over time. Like it slows down to a halt if I'm spamming videos. 1 or 2 a week, that performs well and creates a consistent viewage and followers. So good luck with your journey to reach 1,000 followers before Christmas. I would recommend that you just start streaming on YouTube or Twitch in the meantime. On YouTube, hosting live tarot streams creates growth just as well as creating short clips. Even so, I have been live streaming and creating shorts on YouTube for 15 months and I have less than 300 followers, less than 300 subscribers, so I don't know. The journey is different for all of us, I guess. In my case, my priority was focused on creating a source of income, not on rapid growth. I wanted steady, consistent growth. I was more focused on reaching milestones of making money. And it works. Like, this is a source of income now. At its peak, like in June, July, August, April, May, in like May and June of this year was like peak, and it was bringing in like 35 Rand an hour. So 35 Rand an hour is $2 an hour. The algorithms are wild. It feels to me as bending the will work. Yeah, it is. So I had a dream about it, and it was like playing soccer, content creation, live streaming, YouTube channels, algorithms. It was like a game of soccer. It was a sport. And it didn't matter how hard you kicked the ball. There was like a random chance. The algorithm decided how far your ball was going to go. And that's how it is. It doesn't matter how much energy or time or focus or quality you put into your content, the algorithm decides how far it will reach. And sometimes you'll create a masterpiece and will have 1 view. Other times you'll do something completely useless and valueless and it'll get thousands of views. Like that has happened for me in many cases. I create a masterful time lapse of an art piece I created and it gets 5 views. I take a video of my cat walking in the road with me, 5,000 views. You know? But then other times I'll create a time lapse and it will also get like 3k views. So it's literally like that dream. It's a random fucking chance. You kick the ball, doesn't matter how much energy you kick that ball with, the algorithm is going to decide how far it'll go. So Petra, do you find that you're preferring the Twitch thing? I don't like it. Don't like Twitch at all. You spend more time on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube's a better platform. I'm not gonna ever partner with them, just like I'm never gonna partner with Twitch. But just got here to subscribe. Okay, sweet. The subscriptions on Twitch are paid, by the way. I don't have that feature on my channel because I'm not a partner and never will be, but yeah, on Twitch the lingo is a little different. They call your YouTube style sub, that's called a follow, and then a subscription is like a monthly $5 payment. But then me as the streamer, if I was affiliated, I would only get half of that. So you would send $5 to me and Twitch would take $2.5 of it, and it's like, it's gross. It's like, ugh. No thanks. And they'll also spam you with ads if I'm a partner. Then every like 10 minutes you'll have to watch a Star Wars Disney ad or some shit. My goal is to create my own website. Long-term goal is that my content will be hosted on my own website. Yes, it will also be hosted on my platforms, but I will never partner. I'll never monetize my Facebook channel, my YouTube channel, or my officially monetize. It is monetized in many ways, but I'll never partner with them. And then on my website there will be ads, but they will be ads that I've chosen, conscious ads for companies that I want to support. Not random ads for toothpaste or whatever the fuck, tampons, that YouTube and Twitch does. Adverts for green energy sources, adverts for organic farm, organic sourced, well sourced meat products and vegetable products and shit like that. Well, this explains the low views because your content is great. Yeah, they shadow ban me because I won't give them half of my pay. Yeah, the affiliates get recommended. Like Twitch will recommend my partner stream because she is affiliated. So Twitch will recommend her to new people who are joining Twitch. Recommend her channel. They will not recommend mine. I have to do my own recommendations and my own marketing. On YouTube, the situation is different. On YouTube, other people grow to thousands of followers in a couple of months, and I don't know why my YouTube channel is so stagnant. I honestly have no fucking clue. But I'm not too concerned about it. I'm not too concerned about it. So, in this time that I have been hosting my channels, I could have invested a lot more into equipment. Like, I could have a better camera, I could have a better laptop. But I had to invest my earnings elsewhere. I had to invest in solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, wiring. I had to invest in energy supplies because there's no fucking energy in this country. The country can't supply us with a steady, consistent flow of power, so I have to generate my own power or say goodbye to this whole idea of a channel. So my growth has been substantially slowed and impeded by this third world country that I live in. Inconsistent internet service provider, inconsistent energy service provider. That's actually where the problem is. What is my feeling about sigils drawn on the body, like this one? Permanently drawn on my arm. Can you even see it? It's like so hard to see it. It's an 8-pointed star though, it's the Chaos Star. Thanks. I love the idea of putting symbols on the body, whether it's temporary markings or permanent markings. Hey Maya Barnes, welcome in. Of course you can have a reading. So what does it mean to me? Like, I would have an owl on my chest here. I would put an owl here. And that is, it's like a symbol of ownership. It's like to say that the owl owns me. It owns my heart, this area. It's like, my daughter's name is Athena, and Athena's symbol is the owl. So it's like saying my heart belongs to my daughter. And then this Chaos Star. So I understand chaos is the balance between life and death. You know, like animals die, they nourish the ground nourishes the plants nourish the animals die, then the cycle starts again. It's a balance. If there wasn't any death, there couldn't be any new life. It has to be in this perfect state of balance always. Stars die and stars are born. So that's what chaos means to me. It's that point of balance between life and death. My right arm is a symbol of my strength and my power, and it's like, this is again a symbol of ownership. It's like my strength and my power belongs to the maintenance of balance. It belongs to, it's like dedicated to upholding the balance between life and death. I understand that, like, evil is when things are out of balance, when there's no balance, when the ecosystem is disrupted and there's no more sustainability. That's what I would see as evil. So like this is here, it's like a representation that my strength and my energy goes towards preventing that kind of unsustainable disruption to natural order. Okay, so here comes a card for Maya. Five of Wands in reverse. Petra says, this is absolutely beautiful. Never heard this name, but sounds like goodness. You don't know the name Athena? Athena, Greek goddess of wisdom and battle strategy. Okay, so Maya, this card is talking about overreaching, trying to do more than you're capable of. It's saying that you're feeling things like frustration and stagnation, feeling like you're unable to make progress with the things that you care about and things that you're passionate about. And this card wants to say to you, the reason you are not making progress is because you're trying to do more than what your technology and your means is able to accomplish. So it would be like me trying to run a video gaming channel off of this old laptop, this old ThinkPad. It would not manage. It's not meant for gaming. It's okay for a little stream like this, for video streaming. It struggles even sometimes. It struggles to maintain my scenes. If I try to do it with video gaming, it would literally die. It would time out and it would crash. So that's what I feel from this. Not exactly the same. Not talking about gaming and laptops, but it's just saying that the reason you're feeling like you can't make progress is because you're trying to accomplish more than your technology is capable of. And it's just encouraging you to take smaller steps. Just take it easier. Work with what you have at your disposal. Just do the best that you can. You don't have to like meet an unrealistic standard. You don't have to step further. You don't have to take a stride that's longer than your legs. Just step as far as your legs can carry you. Oh my god, yes, I misheard it. I see. Horse-drawn portrait, Hope UD. May I have a reading, please? Welcome in, Jorda. You can definitely be added. And horse-drawn portrait, you can definitely have a reading too. Hope UD. May I have a reading? That's so interesting, so weird. Hope UD. I understood what you were trying to say, but like, so weird. Okay, so reading for horse-drawn portrait, and then for Jorda after horse-drawn portrait. Okay, you can send a question if you want to ask a question, horse-drawn portrait, but you know it's not required. Seven of discs. So this is for horse-drawn portrait on Twitch, just clarifying. And then there's another thought that's coming to my mind that I want to express. Petra was talking about my viewer counter earlier. So at my peak, which I was talking about earlier, when I was making like $2.5 an hour, that was April, May and June. My viewers were like 19. It was like 15 to 19. That was my average view. So yeah, things really crashed, went really downhill in July. But it will climb again. Okay, I'm shuffling the deck, but the card is already on the table. Okay, horse-drawn portrait. This card is about committing to the decisions that you've already made. This is specifically regarding your work. It's like it's asking you to commit to the decision that you've made. Whether that means that you have committed to a new job, or you've committed to a responsibility or a project, or if you've quit your job. It's just saying that whatever the decision was, you should commit to it. Just want to feel if there's more that this card is saying. Okay, so it's saying that there are infinite possibilities in front of you right now. but none of it will become your reality unless you commit to it, unless you choose one of those possibilities and commit to it. So I feel like you've already chosen your outcome. You've already chosen this, whatever it is, you've already chosen your outcome. So that outcome is now collapsing into your present. Don't change your decision because it's already in the manifestation process. Ah, it's funny because you have a choice to make and you hoped you could be helped to choose. I see. You haven't. So that's not what I feel from this card, Horse-Drawn Portrait. Sorry that it contradicts what you're saying, but the card is adamant that you've already made the decision. Right now, you're contemplating your decision is you second guessing what you already have decided. Like, this decision has come up, you need to make it now, but you already, like, inside, you already know what you were going to choose. You already know what is the best or the right one. You chose it in advance. And now when you're actually faced with it, you're second guessing that. Even if it's on an unconscious level, that's what I'm getting from this. Don't second guess it. There's a legionary soldier. There's a bunch of coins here. 7 coins. Surrounded by feathers. Feathers are symbols of freedom. The coins have symbols of the bull of Taurus on it. And of a soldier, like a legionary soldier. So the bull is a symbol of strength, endurance. And the soldier similarly is a symbol of might and strength, but also of death and of loyalty. Okay, new symbol. The soldier is unity. The bull is strength. Strength in unity. And that's all that I'm getting from this card. So in relation to your question, relation to your decision, if the decision separates you from those around you, if it separates you from whatever, like if there's separation involved in any sense of the word, no. If there's unity involved, bringing together, yes. You're welcome. So Jorah, here comes your question. You want to know? You want a general love reading? In July, Europeans go to vacation, so no YouTube, only Instagram. I see. That's highly interesting. Okay, so here's a card coming from Jorah, general love reading, general future love reading. Queen of Wands. Trust yourself. Jorah, trust yourself. Self-trust, self-reliance, self-dependence. That's what this card says to you. No more doubt. You've been here before. These are things that I'm getting from this card. You've been here before, where you currently are. You're feeling passion, you're feeling lust. You've been here before. When you were here before, the last time you were in a situation like you are right now, you were very much filled with self-doubt. So much so that you were trying to convince the people around you. You were like trying to convince them that you're valid, that you're worthy, You were like information dumping on people who were potential partners, potential love interests, and this was pushing them away. This was pushing people away. This info dumping and the self-doubt was pushing people away. So this card is now saying to you, you're here again. If you want love interest come towards you, no, you go towards love interest. You go look for it. You go communicate with confidence and self-trust. No more doubt. Good morning, Jelly Jules. Welcome in. You can most definitely be added. And you're wondering about someone in particular. Well, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let's see. You're welcome, Jorah, and I'm so glad that you're feeling a sense of resonance and a sense of clarity. I love it, those words. It makes sense. I love to hear that because, yeah, there's a lot of tarot readers that don't make sense. Sorry, not sorry, I said what I said. There's a lot of tarot readers out there who leave you feeling confused and uncertain. And that defeats the whole point of reading the tarot. So Jilly Jules, let's see, a card regarding your specific love interest. It's a Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. There's a lyric coming. There's a lyric coming. Here it is. And there's a million failures awaiting trial. I'll dive more into the meaning of that lyric, but firstly, this card, it's talking about decisions, intellectual decisions, like where are you taking yourself, where are you taking your ideas. It's talking from the perspective of your love interest, like they are faced with decisions that they're making, decisions regarding their studies, their education, decisions regarding their education. What is the other thing that was in my mind? Decisions regarding plans, like they're formulating plans. They're making decisions about their education and busy formulating plans. And there's a million failures. Whatever they're going to try and set their plan in motion, they're going to try and educate themselves in order to manifest an idea, but there's a million failures awaiting them. There's a million failures that they're going to have to face and overcome in order to be successful. So this is really important to your love interest, this potential love interest, this idea that they want to manifest, this plan that they want to execute, this topic they want to study. It's very important to them, and I guess they've got to weigh up whether or not relationship or this idea is more important to them. It's like that's what's going on for them. Like, where do I put my energy? Do I put my energy into relationship building and friendships and sex and whatever, all that jazz, or do I put my energy into self-development and fulfilling my own purpose and educating myself, etc.? How does that feel, Jenny? How does that feel? Ah, okay. Yes. Ellipses. And lastly, I'm feeling like this is an energy that you should be contemplating as well. Like you should be contemplating the same thing. What is it that you want to educate yourself about? What plans do you want to set in motion? And what ideas do you want to manifest? And what is more important to you? Love, interest, relationship, or self-development? It's just, he's busy going through that. The card is saying that you should ask yourself the same questions and do the same contemplation, the same reflection. Hey Haley 22, how you doing? Welcome in. It's a name I'm not so familiar with. Since you're new, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. If you want to be added to the queue for a reading, just let me know. I'll just throw down one card for you. By the way, guys, if you want me to dive deeper into the tarot reading and the divination, you can send a tip and I'll pull out more cards for you. I'll put you back in the queue, whatever, prioritize you, whatever. Because money is great, right? Money, money, money. Everybody loves that shit, right? Truly, it's a symbol of energy. Money is a symbol of energy. And energy likes to flow, it doesn't like to stagnate. People who hoard money lose money. People who spend and invest, it comes right back. It flows in and out like a fucking river. Doing good, liked and subscribed. Fantastic, fucking fantastic. I'm shuffling the deck in preparation for your reading, Haley, because I feel like you are here for a reading. You came into the stream for a reading. Does Z find me attractive? I hope not. Z is my girlfriend and she shouldn't be looking at anyone else, right? I'm kidding. I'm sure that Z is just an initial for someone else. Z is a nickname for my partner. Welcome, Adash. Jenny Jules says this is the first person I've been attracted to since losing my husband years ago. I suppose it's good to know I can still feel, even if we aren't going to connect. I get attracted towards luxury. Well, I get it in my life. Ooh, you're attracted to luxury. I'm attracted to hardship. Hey Mitch, how are you doing? Welcome in. Okay, so reading for Haley. Does Z find me attractive? So that's like a weird kind of question for the tarot. The tarot is a lot more mystical and serious. The tarot doesn't like playful questions like that. But we'll see. We'll see. 5 of Wands. Take it slow. Take it easy. Z finds you attractive. Yes. Z finds you very attractive. Z would love to penetrate you with his wand. With all 5 of his wands. Yeah, I'm just getting yes. He finds you attractive in the sexual sense. But it's imperative that you take it slow. That you don't let that flame burn up too quickly. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. One step at a time. All okay, bro? Hope you came right with the duties you were called to tend. You know, just doing my best. I'm thriving at like I succeed with all of those duties. Cross them off one at a time, no problem. Flexible, dependable. These are words that I'm describing my character. Flexible, dependable, solid. What else? Ease of communication. High energy levels, patient.
Why are you speaking about penetrating people with wands? X-rated stream.
Tisk. We'll take it slow, thank you very much, no problem. Honest, thank you Mitch, nice one. Tactful. So Adrash is up next. Adarsh. The wisdom is penetrating today. Indeed it is. But no, Mitch, I haven't managed to update this laptop. I haven't managed to update it or repair the art scene or any of that shit that I wanted to do here. I've been so busy with like electrical work on this house and construction work on a farm down the road. They're building a fly farming thing. Farming black soldier flies to create an alternative source of protein for chicken feed, as chicken feed. And then, managing this farm. Intelligence without wisdom is dangerous. You'll get there one step at a time, bro. For sure, for sure. I'm sure that this weekend I'll update the machine. Hey, Jing96, welcome. So Adrash, please let me know if you're still here, because I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting, and like I'm not hearing anything from you, Adrash. So Jing96, you literally saying something like that, like, how do I get a free reading? That'll put you in the queue for a free reading. Just like letting me know. That's all you're gonna do, is just let me know you're here for your free reading, and then I'll put you in the queue. So Adrash, please let me know if he's still here, because like he's not here. He's not here. What's coming for me? Who's coming for me? Who's coming for me? Is anybody coming for me? I have no doubt that many people are coming for me. And for all of you too. Okay, so who's coming for Jing? What's coming for Jing? Jing 96. Was Jing 69 already taken? Job or love life? It's the Aeon. It's the Aeon in reverse. So this card says that there is condemnation coming for you. Sorry, bro. That's a bit shit. But condemnation is when someone else looks at your lifestyle or your habits or your beliefs and condemns you for it and says, you're wrong for doing that, or you're unclean, or I cannot associate with you because of X, Y, and Z reasons. That's condemnation. When this card is the right way around, it's about judgment, and judgment is different to condemnation, in that judgment is me looking at someone else's life and being like, that habit would not serve me in my life. I'm observing that you smoke and you drink, and that's A for a way for you, but if I had to smoke and drink, that would have a detrimental impact on my health, my relationships, and my life. So I'm not going to participate, but live and let live. That's healthy judgment. That's righteous judgment. When it's reversed, it's condemnation, where I refuse to accept that you have a different perspective or a different worldview. So that's what's coming up, and it's coming up through relationship. So love life, not job, but love life. Actually, shit, no, it's coming from both directions. There is going to be job, and there's going to be condemnation from colleagues or employers or whatever, and there's going to be relationship, and there's going to be condemnation from relationship. So this feels a little bit heavy. It feels a bit heavy for me to say this to you. It feels like I'm naysaying, like I'm cursing, but the truth is that we all experience this. I have experienced condemnation from people in every workplace that I've ever been in for various different reasons, whether it's gender related or religion related or fucking none of the above, just random hate. I've experienced it from employers, from employees, from colleagues. I've experienced it from partners whom I adore and who are healthy. I've experienced it from partners who are toxic. So I think the importance here is just to be aware that it's coming and to not respond to condemnation with condemnation, right? So someone coming into your life and judging you and condemning you, that you don't do the same thing back to them, that you don't do it to the people who do it to you in the workplace, that you don't do it to the person who does it to you in a relationship. That's key. Showing the correct example, basically. Being aware that this is coming, and then turning it around in yourself so that they can see the right example. What that mean though? I think I did dive into what I was talking about, what I meant. Hopefully you understood. It's not good. It's not bad either. It just is what it is, hey? Bro, one question if you will. Can I trust my lawyer is in my corner? Too many sharks in this day and age for 2 rand or 2 bar, irrespective. For sure. Okay, one question. Can I trust my lawyer? That card turned over before I even finished the sentence. It's a hanged man in reverse. Okay. So the hanged man is about facing something uncomfortable in order to make a breakthrough, which is essentially what you're doing, right, Mitch? You're facing an uncomfortable situation so that you can make a breakthrough. The card is in reverse. So when the card is in reverse, that indicates that he knows, he has the solution in his mind and he's neglecting to apply it. So does that make him trustworthy or untrustworthy? I don't think that it can rule him out as trustworthy or untrustworthy. It's just something to be aware of, that he has your solution up here, but for some reason he's not applying it. He's got his reasons, I'm sure he's got his valid reasons, but just be aware of that. Like, he can see a solution to the situation that you're in. Whether it's 2 rand or 2 bar, he can see your solution, but he's not applying it yet. He's allowing the discomfort to go on and go on instead of applying the solution. He's got a reason, whatever it is. But yeah, you feel that too, that he's playing the long game. Well, I hope that that gives you a little bit of a heading, Mitch. One day we can address this in depth. Jing96 says, thank you for the reading. Most welcome, Jing, and thank you for joining us today and participating. And then back to Mitch. Feel free to unpack this with me on Discord or in an email. Feel free. Please, just feel free. So I don't know exactly what your legal issues are, but I've had legal issues myself, whether it's like fines or divorce. I've always come through it smoothly by seemingly impossible random coincidences, and I attribute those those interventional coincidences, I attribute that to spirit work that I did in advance, specifically revolving around that court case, whatever it was, whether it was to do with the fines, whether it was to do with the divorce. And you're most welcome, and thank you for your support and your view. And yeah, it looks like divine intervention will be needed here. Okay. Well, please feel free, like I said, to unpack it on Discord or in an email if you wish to. No pressure. So from 11 until 12, 12 until 12 until 1, and 1 until 2. 3 hours. So we're currently at the 2-hour mark. We've got another hour and a half to go. Da-da-da. Maybe we'll just like push on to 4 hours. Who knows? We'll see what we can do. But one way or another, I need to go and get a drink and use the toilets. And by a drink, I mean water, not alcohol. Okay, check you in a sec. Rightio, I'm back. This day feels like it's eternal. This day feels great, like there's way more time in this day. Like, so much time. Feels like the sun should be setting, but it's not even 2 o'clock yet. Thanks for the welcome. It's good to be back. How about some intel on the energies currently while we wait for the next reading? Dude, are you like reading my mind or some shit? Because that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna just like draw random cards. Not random. I'm gonna draw a spread. And read it. Just like a general spread. So I'm feeling opportunities for intimacy. I'm feeling opportunities for healthy expressions of intimacy, new forms of intimacy. So intimacy can look like a bunch of different things, you know, being dependable, being flexible with like someone, grocery shopping with someone, you know, building trust with someone. There's so many different forms of intimacy. Fighting a court case with somebody, it's very intimate. So I want to know, like, where are these opportunities for deeper intimacy, new forms of deeper intimacy? Where are these opportunities? Where are they coming from? So we can see them and claim them. Vikings theme. So I make it at like an angle like this because fuck, there isn't much space on a horizontal camera setup, right? There. It's good. You can see all of them now. What do we got there? The 6 of discs in reverse, that's conscious process, unconscious process. 5 of cups in the regular way around. Okay. What do we got here? We got art upside down. That's very interesting. Knight of discs. That's a crossing card. Past and things that are closing. The Empress. Whoa. In reverse, no problem. Future intervals, the Queen of Cups. Okay. This art card in the center here. This is about collaboration, co-creation, and intimacy. It's upside down. So it's like saying in the present we are currently missing out on various forms of intimacy and co-creative potential. Why are we missing out? So we don't want to be flexible. We want things to happen our way. We don't want to like take someone else's approach or method or advice into consideration. or someone else's priorities. We don't want to compromise on our priorities for the sake of someone else's priorities. So this is what is keeping us away from intimacy, because when we make sacrifices for the people around us, that is intimacy. When we make compromises in order to find a middle ground, that is intimacy. That is co-creative potential. This Knight of Discs that crosses it, this is about rebirth. This is about things like court cases, moving. This one. Changing jobs. End of relationships. So this could look different for whoever it is that we're dealing with. But it's almost like there's a fear because things are coming to a close in our financial world. We've got suddenly new expenses, or we've just lost a job, or like we feel like our finances are under pressure, or we feel like our livelihood is under pressure. And so this is why, like in this panic mode, we want to push our personal responsibilities higher than others, and thus we miss out on opportunities for intimacy. Suddenly we feel like we need to make our livelihood an uncompromising priority. Our stability is now suddenly so much more important than it usually is. But the truth is that this is a period. It's going to come to a close. This period of strain on our livelihood is unnatural. It's temporary. It's not going to last. Poverty is temporary, wealth is temporary, all of it goes through cycles. But relationships and connections and intimacy is eternal. It's not temporary. So we're missing out on eternal value because we're worried about temporary value. So here in the unconscious mind, we've got the Six of Discs in reverse. So now taking these first two cards into consideration, this one makes a lot more sense to me than it did when I first turned it over. The Six of Discs, it's like we're feeling like those people in our lives who are important to us, the people we are close to, we feel like they are somehow, maybe they are, maybe they're not, but we kind of feel like they are part of the problem when it comes to the strain that's on our livelihood. Like maybe they're not directly responsible for our misfortune or our rebirth, but we don't feel like they are helping us very much. The truth is that they are, and they can, and they would. If we dove into this intimacy, that would be the right way around. And when it's the right way around, it looks like sharing resources, it looks like sharing skills, so that both can do better than before, so that all parties involved can do more than they're able to do alone. Five of Cups here in the unconscious mind. This is affecting us in ways that we're not even aware of, and this is an emotional card. It's talking about the limits on our emotional capacity. How much we can bear, how much we're able to express. So it's almost like these two cards in conjunction, this rebirth and the strain from the physical world, and these thoughts that are in the mind that make us feel like those around us or the people who could be helping us are actually not helping us and are more of a hindrance than anything else. These two frequencies together is creating this. It's bringing us to our emotional capacity. It's bringing us to like the edge. Like we can't go any more than this, otherwise we're going to have a breakdown. So we could create a lot more ease here if we could turn this one around. accepting that whatever the strain or stresses that we're dealing with is temporary, and whatever the consequences or outcome of it is also going to be temporary, accepting that would help us to give more attention and focus to developing intimacy in our relationships, whether that's romance or not. And if we were focusing on the intimacy in the relationship in this card, those relationships would result in evolution for all involved. And this wouldn't feature. But as it currently stands, we feel like we're reaching our capacity, or how much we can bear in our emotional being. The Empress here is in reverse. This is where we've come from. Things are closing. So the Empress is about nourishing. It's about nourishment. It's about self-awareness. All in all, the Empress is all about the character of the divine feminine. So that's things like light bearing, holding up hope for those you care about. It's about providing emotional and spiritual and physical nourishment to those that you care about. It's about defending them from slander, defending them from physical harm, emotional harm. It's about making sacrifices of oneself and one's own life energy in order to feed those that you care about and love. But the card is reversed. So that means that the true nature, the true value of the divine feminine is being missed out on. We're not tapping into the true depths, or haven't been tapping into the true depths of the divine feminine. Turning a blind eye when someone is being bullied. Shutting the door on someone who's asking for food. Past. The Empress is in the position of the past. It's guidance to the present. Basically, our past is important so that we can repeat our successes and avoid our mistakes. So this card in the past, it's like showing us in the past we have neglected our inner feminine. We have neglected, men and women alike have neglected the character of the divine feminine in themselves. The maternal instinct to take care of those that you care about and to defend them and support them and nourish them, that we have been, as a collective, as a species, we have been pushing that out. We don't want to indulge in those frequencies, almost like we perceive it as a weakness. We're perceiving the feminine as a weakness, as weak, collectively. And it's like basically that if that was the right way around, we could solve all of this in the center here. All these present intervals, we could solve it. We wouldn't be at the limit of our emotional capacity. We wouldn't feel like the people that we care about, ironically, are a detriment to us. We wouldn't feel oppressed by these changes that are taking place in our physical environment that are putting pressure on our livelihood, and we would already be compromising, and we would already be intimate in our relationships. So this spread is about what can we shift so that we can better identify the opportunities to deepen in intimacy. So it's like, because of our detachment from our inner feminine, we are missing out on opportunities to deepen in intimacy. And accepting the circumstance as temporary, as ever changing, all circumstance, past, present, future, that none of like bad or good situations are all temporary, accepting that could bring us back into this. That could help us turn that around where we can actually see our opportunities to deepen in intimacy and claim them and commit to them and not let them pass by unnoticed. Queen of Cups in the future. This is what's opening up. This is a result of what we're learning here, what we're learning as a collective. Because we learn lessons as a collective species. Some learn the lesson like after others. Others learn it together. But yeah, it's like a group of people will move through into a new state of awareness, and then others will slowly follow until there's no one left who hasn't learned the lesson. Queen of Cups in the future. Fight or flight kicking hard. Intimacy is in the basement. We are in survival mode. Exactly. Okay, so Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. What is a Queen of Cups talking to me about? That's about seeing my own reflection in those around me. Seeing myself in you. All of you. Everyone. Understanding that everybody's actions and words are born from an emotional experience, same as me. So I can be compassionate and understanding. Like, oh my god, that person is so rude and so mean and so evil. How could he say something like that? That's the wrong mentality. The mentality should be like, yeah, when I've been angry and triggered, I've also said and done mean shit like that. So, he'll get over it, I'll get over it. Let's move through. The ultimate meaning of namaste, exactly. So that is the outcome. That's where we're moving. That's a beautiful outcome. We are learning this lesson. Like this lesson, we are learning it here. And ultimately the point of this is to bring us to this, but the right way around. Yes, exactly. We could see God in others. And more importantly, that we could see the humanity in others. Because it's like we hold ourselves to this like perfect standard. And so when others deviate from that standard, we deviate from it. But when others deviate from it, we judge them harshly. It's like, why aren't you being Jesus today, bro? You're supposed to be Jesus all the time, 100% of the time. How dare you fall short of being a Messiah? Yes, we hold ourselves to this unrealistic standard. All of us, we're all putting on a face and a mask and pretending like we're perfect, living perfect little lives. And so when we see someone who isn't, we want to shun and judge them, even though the reality is that none of us have perfect, happy little lives. That was pretty insightful. Strength, we must pray and hold on to strength to endure and then overcome. So Mitch, I just realized something. When I receive the Hanged Man in reverse in my spread, I understand what it means and I can interpret it. But if I don't see it in the spread, it's not so easy for me to recognize that that's what's going on. So the Hangman in reverse is about being in an uncomfortable situation that you want to break through, you want to make a breakthrough and overcome. You have a solution, but you're not implementing it. So when I find myself in a situation like that, I don't want to acknowledge that I have the solution. I don't want to believe that my solution is the solution. I wish it was something else. I wish it wasn't as easy, or I wish it wasn't as hard. So, yeah, just thought I would add that. The lights are gone, but we're still online for a little while. Uninterruptible power source. Whoop whoop. I've put in fixtures for 12-volt lights so that these motherfuckers, these energy fucking savages, can go. We can have some efficient, uninterruptible lights. Just haven't really had a moment to connect them. This reading was true for all people I communicate with. Fuck yes. Candles are so pretty, right? They are a little bit inconvenient though. They are just a little bit inconvenient though. Indeed, I hope for a solution that would be for the greater good, in line with the last will and testament. Constant resistance, money, power, and greed. Okay, so the reason I brought up the Hanged Man again is that your lawyer may not realize that he knows what he needs to do. He may not realize that he has the solution at his fingertips. He may be still looking for the solution, overlooking the tools he already has. Overlooking the potential that's already there. Because the Hanged Man in reverse is saying that the solution is right there, but it's not being implemented. That doesn't mean that it's conscious and strategic. Yes, we are at stage 4 load shedding. Fuck yes! ESCOM can go and freck, as far as I'm concerned. I pray for his enlightenment. Amen. Okay, so I'm gonna run out of battery power now. More and more I conquer this problem. Give me like 2 more weeks and there'll be no more load shedding for me. Yes, I did realize that you were talking about your lawyer when you said you're praying for his enlightenment. Yeah, I just need like 2 more weeks and then the stream will not be subject to like to ESCOM's bullshit. Yeah. Solar system is up and running. The lighting in the living area and the bedroom is connected. There's lights, there's internet. I haven't managed to to convert the laptop charges. I keep trying, but like the last time I did it, I was working with a soldering iron, right? And it's an electrical soldering iron. So then ESCOM dies while I'm busy trying to convert the laptop charger to work with the battery. Mr. Subin popped in? Where's Mr. Subin? Hey, Mr. Subin. I didn't see his message come up on screen. I guess that's why you're letting me know. Cheers, Mr. Subin. Thank you so much and have a great weekend. Yeah, you too. Yeah, please guys, enjoy your weekend. I'll do this again on Sunday. Load shedding notwithstanding. Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing you guys soon. Oh, there I'm gone.